Hey guys, I'm about to show you the easiest fix for an LED TV that's not turning on but has a red standby light. Now, it's not one of the videos where you pull out the power or you hold the power button and you know, that kind of thing. This is something that I've never seen before. I've searched over and over. I've never seen this before, and no one would ever know that this is the problem. A lot of people also change this main board here because it seems like it's the problem. But you guys are going to be amazed what the problem is. Now, this is an old set. This is like a 42 LG TV. It's from 2009. Let me show you. It's going to be, you know, slanted the wrong way, but let me see if I can get a shot of it. Okay, so you see the model number? I don't think you need to see this, but hard to see. Okay, so right now, everything's hooked up. I didn't change anything on here. Matter of fact, I just took this apart a few minutes ago. I was going to take the shield off this board and see if there was any capacitors on here, because when a TV first turns on, works fine. You can leave it on all night. But then you turn it off and you try to turn it back on. It doesn't turn back on again. You would think it's a capacitor because the capacitor now got hot and it can't send the right power through the board. So before I took the shield off, I said to myself, wait a second. I remember when I tried to power this on without a remote. And you see these buttons on the side? These were going crazy. Okay, so after I did power it on, and it did work, after not working for about a year, you know, not, well, I shouldn't say not working, but I haven't used it for a year. I'm sorry. Yes, I haven't used it for a year. So I powered it on from the button over here. Right under this board here is the power button. It's sort of shaped like a smiley face. Then, after I got it on, I looked at the menu. I wanted to make sure I didn't crack the TV because it's been in the garage for a long time. And I was fooling with the inputs. And when I was pressing enter for the input, volume was going up. Then I was pressing input here, and I got a menu. Then I pressed menu, and the channels started changing. I pressed the channels, I got a menu. These were all going crazy. So I was thinking maybe it just needs to be sprayed, right? I have no idea. I never did it before. I don't even know what kind of buttons are in there. I don't think that should happen at all. Okay, so since I have a remote and I'm not going to use these, I said, why don't I start with this one here? Because this board could have a short. In one of the, maybe there's a capacitor on there and it's got a short circuit. Maybe there's, you know, a capacitor that is not, you know, getting the right power. It's weak, cracked, who knows, right? This could have been smashed at some time. So right now the plug is in and you can see the red light. See the red light here? Now watch, I'm going to power it on. And it powers on, right? And it'll stay on. See, the blue light comes on. Well, it's still on. Yeah. Blue light comes on, and then it should go off. This is the inverter board. And it works fine. But if I leave the TV on for a couple of hours, it doesn't work. It won't. I could turn it off, but it won't come back on. That's what I mean by not working. So I power it off again, and you see the red light. And it probably won't do it this time. See, it's turning on now because I pushed on this board here. I pushed on this board, and for some reason, it's able to power on now. And I wiggled this, and I I push this like this. So it must have something to do with this, because I couldn't get it powered on even with the remote control. But this board seems to be jamming this power board. But what I first did is I just pulled this wire out here, like this cable. So you could try the same thing. And then after I pulled it out, I was able to turn it on and off with no problem. Okay, and the TV is on. So if I don't use these buttons, which I don't need them, as long as my remote works. Now, I didn't try the remote. This TV, I just did this a few minutes ago. When I pulled this out, it worked. I plugged it back in, it didn't work. When I pushed on this board like this, and I pushed on the plastic, and I pulled on it a little bit, and I pushed on over here, then I could leave this plug in, and it worked. But it would probably fail again. But this TV, it is on. Okay. You can see it is on. So don't change this board. Don't bother taking out the T-con, which is up here. But if this doesn't work for you, try to take out the plug for the T-con board first, or the cable that's going to there. Then power it on. See if you're getting power, because a lot of times I found out that there's short circuits on the T-con board. They're coming from the capacitors on there. So just set your meter to diode and test the capacitors, and you shouldn't hear a beep. Or if you get a low reading on diode, maybe something like 30, then it's possible that you have a short circuit somewhere. It's just not a full short circuit. And yes, that could definitely happen. I've had tons of them. But anyway, don't go changing boards. These capacitors look pretty good. I don't see any bulge, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. This one here, you see this small one? That one has a slight bulge. So it's going bad. This one right here. Let me see if I can. I know you probably can't see it because I could barely see it, but it's not actually down. It's slightly up. So, since these are all the same, I don't know. Maybe I'll just change them all out. You know, this one is bad here. See this capacitor here? This one is bad. It's actually leaking. Okay, so that could also be a problem. But so besides this one and besides that small one over there, the other ones look fine. But don't go according to that. They don't always leak like that. Okay? They don't have to be bulged. What you want to do is take them out and put them in an ESR tester. You just pop them in there, and that'll tell you if they're good or not. Okay, so the problem, like I said, seems to be here. Okay, well, as soon as I took this plug out, I was able to turn it on. But I hit this power switch with my hand really hard, like this. I pushed on this board while powering it on, nothing. Okay, as soon as I took this plug out, it powered right on. Okay, I don't see anything. Wait, let's see. There's two inverted capacitors here, but no, those look fine. There's two capacitors there. Those look fine, but who knows? Like I said, they don't have to have a bulge to be bad, and there could be some under here. What else do I want to tell you? Alright, so that's about it. This one's probably bad because it's close to here. This thing might get hot. Oh, yeah, that's hot. So, anyway, I'm going to put a shield in between here. I'm going to probably just glue it to probably the capacitor. Just put 2 spots of glue and glue some kind of shield, something that won't melt. Maybe a piece of circuit board or something like that. And that's it. I'm just going to change this capacitor and that capacitor. And that's because, you know, I thought about it. I'm not going to change all of them. This TV is 2009. I use it for a security camera. So I power it on once in a while. So I'm not going to, you know, be spending a lot of money on this. But anyway, you know, try that first. And this is kind of strange, the way they got this wire here. Let me show you this wire. Here's wire. I don't know why this doesn't stay bright. So this wire, it has a metal piece on it. I don't think it's got plastic on it. And there's 2 tiny, I don't know, resistors maybe? I can't see them down there. And this wire, it looks like if it went down, it would hit it. So I did turn it a little bit, okay, so it doesn't hit. So you could look for that too. But anyway, I'm going to leave this out, and I'm going to change those 2 capacitors, and it should be fine. Everything else looks perfect. All right, hope this helps, and I hope you didn't already change your main board spending money. All right, take care.